The following is a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.
Welcome to the show. I'm Carly and this is John. Well, thank you for joining us today. I'm sure you'll be glad that you did because we've got an extra treat in store for you today because we are combining your cruise holiday with a trip on the Rocky Mountaineer train. Yeah. Now, this is the train that runs through the Rocky Mountains of Canada from Banff to Vancouver and in the opposite direction as well. And we have got some lovely itineraries and Vision Choice holidays that we're putting together for you, especially for you. You can't get these anywhere else because we've put them together here at Vision Cruise. Now, there is a gentleman that is lucky enough to have been on the Rocky Mountaineer train, and he's sat right here with me. So he's going to tell us a little bit more about it. It's our very own John Cooper.
Thanks very much indeed, Carly. Well, the Rocky Mountaineer is a wonderful daytime-only train, and so when people think about the Rocky Mountaineer, they think of many things. For me, what I remember most of it was the camaraderie with the people that you were with and the friendships you made. There was the great big glass windows and the scenery you saw. It was the fantastic food that you ate. It was the open bar that was on board as well. The whole ambience on board is incredible. And the sights you see are out of this world, literally. As you go along, and a lot of people don't realise, you don't actually sleep on the train. You go along through glorious, glorious mountains and rivers. You see wonderful wildlife. The staff on board who've got little earpieces like this with lookouts at the front of the train saying, you know, there's a bear and a cub coming up on the left-hand side of the train, and they let you know, and everyone sort of goes over that side with the cameras, and then coming up on our right-hand side, you know, there's an eagle, and so you know all along what is coming along. It is the most wonderful experience. Of an evening, you stop and everybody gets off the train, and they organise it so well. I don't know how they do it. You get off the train straight onto a coach which whisks you to a hotel. When you get to the hotel, and as you're going to the hotel, they come along with your room keys, and you go straight to your room, and your luggage is already in your room. And when you leave it the following morning, you just leave your luggage in the room, and when you get to your next hotel, it's there for you. How they do it, I'll never know. And to be honest with you, I don't really care, but because it really works well. But it's part of the experience, and you will love it. Sit around. We've got cruises to add in as well. It just keeps getting better.
Well, we're going to start out. Our first holiday goes on the 1st of May this year, and we're combining your trip on the Rocky Mountaineer train with a 5-star cruise. This is with Holland America Line. Imagine Country House Hotel at Sea, and that is the New Amsterdam. But first of all, we're going to take a little look at what you could expect on the Rocky Mountaineer train.
This is the start of the journey. This is in Vancouver. This is where everybody sort of is checked in, and they come in and they pipe you aboard. Then they come and they get the old whistle going. There we go. It goes, and then everyone gets on board. Selfies are obviously to be taken with the piper. And then you get going and through the outskirts of Vancouver. Look, this is gold leaf. Isn't it wonderful? Look at the sights you can see. And this is just taken from the carriage. It is so good. See, as you go along, the scenery gets better. You see the way everyone's standing up and chatting and talking? This is what it's all about. It's all about, you know, interacting and, you know, having a drink and a chat, and then the scenery just keeps getting better all the time. In fact, it is absolutely stunning.
We are a daylight train that travels from Vancouver into the Rockies or in the opposite direction, so really showcasing a lot of the scenery and the changing scenery as we go from more that coastal side of BC and then head into the Rockies. So you're going through the coastal rainforest, semi-arid desert, and then up into the mountain terrain. And it will, while we're traveling through those different terrains, we're also talking about the history and the stories and everything that from those different places and points that we're passing through. So we're really getting to showcase BC, so British Columbia and Alberta, to its best.
Yeah, and this is what it's like. It just gets higher and better and more wonderful as you go. And these are the sort of sites that just suddenly appear out of nowhere. And there's some sites that you see on this train that you cannot see anywhere else at all because there's no roads anywhere near. It really is incredible. And you pass some little houses and things in the middle of nowhere. It just is, like those Alaska shows that you see on the Discovery Channel. It's just a bit like that. It really is. Look, see, this waterfall you can only see from the train. There's no other vantage point of it because there's no roads or anything nearby. And when you go past these things, and also you find out the history of this great big expanse of railroad that was built, and it was built across Canada in 5 years. Can you imagine trying to get across the whole of Canada in 5 years? You've got these people here telling you all about it, giving you telling you. It's not a constant, by the way. It's just every so often, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on our right, coming up on our left. It really is very, very informative. You're going to love it. You really will. Everything about the whole holiday is just quality, quality, quality. Then you add in a 5-star ship. Now this is the New Amsterdam, and this is going to be going around Alaska. When you think of this sort of holiday, these are the sort of wonderful things that you can expect. I mean, this is the buffet area. And it's just incredible, isn't it? The food on board a Holland America ship is second to none. And they've added so much more into things as well. I mean, look at the top deck here. It is absolutely wonderful. And you're going here in May, so the weather's going to be brightening up. It's going to be getting nice there, and you've got all this open deck. And with Holland America, they have some special arrangements with the Alaskan government as well, because Holland America were the very first cruise line ever to cruise in Alaska. So they can go to places that no other cruise line can actually go to. They have Alaskan Rangers on board, and as you go coastal cruising, and on this we are going to be going scenic cruising through the Inside Passage, through Glacier Bay, place like this. They have the Rangers on board, on top deck, pointing things out to you, showing you things, watching out for the whales and the porpoises, or seeing maybe the bear on a shore with its cub, because this is the time of year you'll see the cubs as well. And then of an evening, you've got the ship. I mean, look how comfortable is this. You can see the quality. They've got all do you know what they do? A cookery show now on stage as well, which is absolutely lovely. But they also have all the quality that you could expect. They've got the sports bar, if you want to keep up to date with everything, a piano bar, if you fancy a good old sing-along, and who doesn't like a good old sing-along? It's a relaxed atmosphere, but it's comfortable. I love this. This is the library with a wonderful cafe with loads of cakes in it. The food is exceptional. It really is. You are going to fall in love with it. This is what's so good about the whole holiday. There is so much going on. You're going to see so much. You're going to come home educated as well. This is the New Amsterdam and the Canadian Rocky Mountaineer. Now, as I say, we're talking the 1st of May here this year for 12 nights. Now, we could do this on many other dates as well. So if this date doesn't suit in with you, give us a call and we'll quote you separately. This is based on Heathrow flights. We're going to fly you out to Calgary. That's where we're going to transfer you for your first night in Banff. You're going to be staying at the Banff Caribou Lodge and Spa Hotel there, and that's absolutely lovely on a room-only basis. And Banff is one of the most stunning places you'll ever see in your life. The next morning, we're going to transfer you to the Rocky Mountaineer train. You'll get on board, you'll have breakfast, and we'll leave from Banff. And we're going to go through the countryside, and stunning countryside. With this time of year, with the snow melting, the rivers will be rapid. It's absolutely incredible. Then you get to Kamloops. This is where we're going to overnight. So the train pulls in, you overnight here in a lovely hotel. And as I say, your luggage is waiting for you in the room. The following morning, we pick you up from the hotel, take you back to the train, we carry on, and breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea on the train, open bar, and we end up in Vancouver. This is where we're going to meet you and take you to the Georgian Court Hotel. And we're going to be staying for 2 nights on a room-only basis. And there is so much to see and do in Vancouver. That building there, that round building, it's called Fly Canada. And it's one of the most wonderful experiences I've ever done. There's Capilano Park there with the suspension bridges. You've got to try that. Then it will take you to join the New Amsterdam. You are now full board and you're about to cruise Alaska. We're going to cruise out of Canada and head into Juneau, which is absolutely stunning. Skagway is like going back to the Wild West. It really is wooden houses, wooden walkways, and it's just so stunningly beautiful. Ketchikan is the totem pole capital of the world. And what you've got to go and do is see here is there's the woodcutter show. You know, the guys who do all
the lumberjacks.
The lumberjack show.
Yes.
You've got to go and see that. Then becomes some scenic cruising through the Inside Passage back into Vancouver. That's where we're going to meet you off the ship, take you back to the airport in Vancouver, and we're going to fly you back to the UK. Yeah, it is a significant amount of money. I'm not dismissing that, but it's a significant holiday. It's one of those holidays that you do once in your lifetime, and once you've done it, you'll love it. I did it, and I say it's a once in a lifetime experience. I want to do it again. You know, let's go round again. I want to do it again. Remember what we've included in this as well. All your flights and your overseas transfers, they're all included. Your first night stay at the Caribou Lodge and Spa in Banff. You've got your 2-day Rocky Mountaineer train tour from Banff to Vancouver, including your 1 night stay in Kamloops and your 2 nights in the Georgian Court Hotel in Vancouver on a room-only basis. Then 7 nights full board on the Holland America Line New Amsterdam, which is a stunning ship, by the way. Absolutely stunning ship. It's 5-star luxury. I can't think of a better way to holiday. I can't think of a better way to maybe celebrate a special anniversary or something like that. If these dates don't suit, we can do other dates. Give us a call. Let's get you on board.
Yes, we really should get you on board. And if you are a wildlife enthusiast or a keen photographer, this is the holiday for you. Imagine all the scenery and wildlife you'll see on the train, and then on the cruise as well. You've got the opportunity to see so many different things. It really is a wonderful opportunity and one you shouldn't miss out on. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be flying you out to Calgary, where we'll transfer you to Banff, and you've got your 1 night stay at the Caribou Lodge and Spa. While you're there, head up Sulphur Mountain and maybe try the hot springs at the base of the mountain there, before you join the Rocky Mountaineer the next day, and we're going to take you to Kamloops. Make sure you've got your camera charged. That first part of the journey through the Rockies is just spectacular. Once you've had your night stay in Kamloops, we'll rejoin the train and continue that wonderful journey through to Vancouver, where you've got your 2 night stay at the Georgian Court Hotel. You could visit Stanley Park, head along the harbour there and watch the seaplanes taking off. It's just wonderful, and so many amazing restaurants as well. Then we'll transfer you to the New Amsterdam, where we'll cruise out of Vancouver and head for our first port of call, Juneau. So many amazing things to do here, from whale watching to walking glaciers, and of course it's only accessible by air and sea. Then from there, we're going to sail on to Skagway, home to the Klondike Gold Rush National Park. The streets are just brimming with history here. And then our final port of call will be Ketchikan. Maybe try a canopy adventure through the treetops in search of wildlife, and keep an eye out for those black bears while you're doing that. And then we're going to sail you some scenic cruising back into Vancouver and fly you back to the UK. And all of that from that fare there of £2,699. Get yourself on the phone. I'm sure you've got lots of questions. Our dedicated team are here to answer them. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on to our next itinerary, and this time we are doing it the other way round. We are going to be taking you on your cruise around Alaska first, before joining the Rocky Mountaineer in Vancouver and taking you to Banff. And this time we are taking you on another 5-star cruise. This is Celebrity Cruises, and we're taking you on board the Celebrity Infinity. So we're going to join John now for a little look around the Celebrity Silhouette, the sister ship, to give you a flavour of what's in store.
Welcome to what Celebrity Cruises call modern luxury. Well, you may think I'm sitting at my garden, maybe at the patio at home, waiting for someone to call by, but I'm not. I'm on a cruise ship. I'm not any old cruise ship. It's the Celebrity Silhouette, and I'm here on top deck. Yes, this is the Lawn Club. All sorts happens here. They have impromptu concerts. You can play bowls here and all sorts. And of an afternoon, when the sun's out like this, there's no better place to be. Can you imagine the smell of the grass, the smell of the sea air? There's no better place to be. These private cabinas do have a cover charge. But there are other places to chill out and relax as well. The Lawn Club Grill is a great alfresco dining option where you can grill your own food at the table with the help of one of the chefs. Of course, apart from the Lawn Club, there's also the swimming pools. If you want a cooling dip, and in weather like this, who wouldn't want to? There's the pools, there's the jacuzzis, there's the sunbeds, which are those luxurious ones which you just sink into. There's even a place to have a bite to eat of lunch out here as well, if you fancy that too. There are so many choices and so many options. No wonder this is 5-star modern luxury. If you fancy a cool, refreshing drink, the pool bar is here. But if you want, there are plenty of waiters to bring drinks to you, as you maybe bubble away in one of the jacuzzis. These comfortable padded sunbeds are just great to relax on. And don't worry, they haven't all been reserved. The pool towel service is complimentary. There is an area on the deck that they use for sail-away parties, which are great fun and outdoor entertainment in the warm summer evenings. There really is an air of space and relaxation across the whole of the top deck, making it an ideal place to relax and let the cares of the day just melt away. The indoor solarium is great in any weathers for a swim or just to relax, once again with a complimentary towel service. The extensive state-of-the-art fitness centre has most of the fitness machines that you could want, along with classes and personal trainers. It's all part of the extensive spa area. Well, here on board, and it's the law of the sea, of course, you've got to go to the buffet, because there's lots of choice, but there are some healthy choices too. And what a choice, from pastas and salads to the more sweet things to tempt you. But with plenty to choose from, you certainly won't go hungry at the Ocean View Cafe. There's an extensive choice of specialty dining, like the Tuscan Grill. This specialises in seafood and steaks, with superb views as you eat. Cuisine is another specialty restaurant, which is quite unique, offering a sharing menu with real tasty food, which you can order from an iPad. This is the main dining room, which offers a 5-course evening meal, and it's included in the price of the holiday. With a 2-storey wine tower, they're bound to have your favourite tipple. It's really fine dining, and once again, with an air of elegance and space. Of an evening, there are plenty of bars to choose from, as well as plenty of retail therapy on offer as well, with all the duty-free shops. There's all the entertainment venues. After you've taken a show at the main theatre, maybe you'll take something else in. As you go around the ship, there are plenty of places to relax and maybe read a book. With the main atrium and its glass lifts, there's even a real tree growing suspended in midair. It's incredible, complete with its tree houses. And the one place you must visit is the Martini Bar, where the talented bartenders put on a whole great show that brings martini shaking to a whole new level. Well, after a night in Kamloops, it's time to rejoin the Rocky Mountaineer as we continue our adventure through the Rockies. Let's go.
What inspires to create the menu is pretty much the guest experience, the product we have, what we want to give to our guests in a train is pretty much a unique experience of what is the Canadian cuisine, what is the West Coast cuisine. We will use all of the product as much as we can from British Columbia and from Alberta. showcase all of our beautiful harvest and the wine from our beautiful British Columbia, and of course the meat from Alberta and vegetables from the Fraser Valley. As you're going to the journey with the train, well, you're going to start, if you're starting from Vancouver, you will see all of the beautiful farm when we get all of the berries. Strawberries are on now. Later on, you're going to have blueberries, you're going to have all of the blackberries, then you have all of the chicken, you will have all of the salmon, the prawns, spot prawn, you're right on it now. So that's the way, what we try to achieve and we try to give to our guests is what we do at the basic in Canadian cuisine and our products. How we do? Well, it's pretty simple. It's in our kitchen. Well, it's pretty much big as some kitchen we can have in a restaurant in Vancouver. It's well designed. Everybody's got their position. Everybody's got their counter space. You know, you have to be organized, and that's pretty much the key. But otherwise, we are a restaurant in a train, and all of our guests can have different multi-choice, between the fish, between the meat, between vegetarian. So that's the experience we offer to our guests, and pretty much, you know, it's like a restaurant. We're cooking to order, a la carte, like any fine dining room in the world.
When I first came on board the Rocky Mountaineer, I had some expectations about what the journey would be like. It's really been spectacular. I think you'll really enjoy it. It'll exceed what you expect, but also, if it wasn't a train, it'd be a damn fine restaurant as well. And there's the staff on board. They're so friendly, and they can't do enough for you. There's also the extra levels of service they go to. For instance, last night we were checked into the hotel before we got onto the train, and so therefore, when we got to the hotel, we just went straight to our room. Do you know, I used to think the Rocky Mountaineer was a once-in-a-lifetime holiday, but now, you know, once just is not enough. No, it's not. This is the Celebrity Infinity and an Alaskan affair with the Rocky Mountaineer. Now, we base this on the 15th of June this year for 15 nights, but you know, you can go many other dates. Just give us a call and we'll look into it for you. Going to fly from the UK out to Vancouver. We're going to get a 2-night stay at the Georgian Court Hotel. Now, this is the way I did it. And you know what? You're going to love the Georgian Court Hotel. It's lovely. And Vancouver as well. You've got plenty of time, as Carly was saying, to watch the little planes take off and land, the seaplanes. They're gorgeous. And fly Canada. And also Japantown there is absolutely incredible. Then you're going to be joining the 5-star Celebrity Infinity. You saw how gorgeous she is on board. And we're going to be cruising out past the Icy Strait and the Inside Passage and into Hubbard Glacier and then to Juneau, the state capital of Alaska. And don't expect big houses and big cities. It's not like that. Ketchikan, once again, it's like going back to the wilds. It is. It's homeland and all this sort of thing. It's incredible. And then more cruising past the first passage to the west, and then we're into Vancouver. We've got another overnight in Vancouver now at the Georgian Court Hotel, which once again gives you more chance to go and explore this wonderful city. There's a Chinatown there as well, which is well worth looking to as well. Then from there, we're going to be joining the Rocky Mountaineer, and this is the direction I did it. As you go along, the scenery just gets better and better and better. In the evening, we overnight once again in Kamloops. They take care of all your luggage. You overnight in a lovely hotel there, and then we next morning after breakfast, we take you to the train. So you get breakfast on the train, and then we carry on. And the scenery just gets more and more spectacular as you go. Then we get up to Banff. Not just one night in Banff, not 2 nights, but 3 nights in Banff to enjoy this whole scenery. It's the most enjoyable part of the holiday. It really is. It's just a wonderful place to go see. Then we transfer you to the airport and fly you back to the UK. Yeah, I know it's an expensive price, but there is so much squeezed in here. We've included all your flights, your transfers. You get 3 nights in a Vancouver stay in total in the Georgian Court Hotel. You get your 2-night pre-cruise stay and your 1-night post-cruise stay. 7 nights on board the Celebrity Infinity. You're going to take up the Vancouver Lookout as well. so you're going to get to see that. You get your 2-day first passage to the west on the Rocky Mountaineer train, and of course you get your 3 nights eventually in Banff as well, which is absolutely incredible. Don't think about it, do it.
Yes, definitely do it. If you've got a significant birthday, anniversary, or even your honeymoon, this is the holiday for you, and I'm sure you won't regret it. Let's have another little look back through those details. So we're going to be flying you out to Vancouver, where you'll have your 2-night stay at the Georgian Court Hotel. There's so much to do in Vancouver. Wonderful restaurants. You've got Chinatown there. You could even head through Stanley Park. There's so much going on. Then we're going to transfer you to join the Celebrity Infinity, sail out from Vancouver through the Inside Passage and arrive in Icy Strait Point. You go whale watching or try learning tribal customs while you're there. Then we're going to sail through the Hubbard Glacier to Juneau, and wildlife thrives there. You can take a little seaplane to experience a barbecue in the wilderness, possibly see a bear or two. Then from there we're going to sail on to our next port of call, Ketchikan. Once we're in Ketchikan, you can look out for the spectacular totem poles in this Alaskan port of call, or try a hike up Deer Mountain. Then from there, we're going to be sailing you back in to Vancouver, where you'll have another stay at the Georgian Court Hotel before we join the Rocky Mountaineer train and your journey begins. We'll stop overnight in Kamloops and then we'll arrive into Banff. And that second part of the journey, as John said, is just spectacular. And then you've got your 3-night stay at the Caribou Lodge in Banff. And Banff is one of my favourite places in the world to visit. It's so friendly, isn't it, John? The people are lovely. All the lovely little shops and restaurants on the high street are just great. And then from there, we'll be flying you back to the UK, and all of that from £3,789 per person. Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. But I'm afraid that's all we've got time for on today's show. But I'm sure we'll have tempted you into going on the Rocky Mountaineer. What are you waiting for? Get yourself on the phone. But for myself and John, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Carry on cruising. See you soon. Bye now.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.